And now, it's time for
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened, Simoni?
What Happened with Simoni Lawrence.
Woo! Let's go! This was a football game that I love to watch. Oh, the Hamilton Ticats hit a walk-off field goal by Marc Liegghio, and the Hamilton crowd was excited. What's up, everybody? My name is Simoni Lawrence, and I'm about to tell you what happened, baby. And this is exactly what happened. The Hamilton Ticats are just a better coached football team than the Edmonton Elks. And going into this game, we understood that we had enough players to come in here and beat this team. And our offense was going to be able to do what they really wanted to do on the Edmonton Elks. And it was a windy game too, meaning that going into the wind, you won't be able to get the cut on the football as you want to. So you have to game plan it. And that's exactly what the Hamilton Ticats did coming out on their first drive. I love the play calling by Scott Milanovic. Just even on the first play when they used Brandon O'Leary Orange, right? They set it up so perfect. They brought him close to the box, and he's the guy that's coming in and he's digging out the defensive ends, or he's being the extra blocker and he's just helping in the run game. So they bring him close to the box and then they free release him right away, and Bo Levi hits him and he gets the first down going into the win. And that was such a beautiful play. And then they lined up in pistol, baby, and gave Greg Bell the ball. Oh man, Greg Bell was on fire all day. This was such a beautiful run by Greg Bell. Hits the hole real hard, and then Keandre did such a great job cutting out the blocker coming out. That was a beautiful chop block by Keandre on the block, getting Greg Bell the first down. And they just kept feeding Greg Bell the football, and he had a great day. And then Marc Liegghio came out and kicked a 45-yard field goal into the win. No pressure for the most accurate kicker in Hamilton Tiger-Cat history. And the D was looking good. Julian Hauser comes off the edge. He gets he's getting blocked. He gets around the block. Cody Fajardo holds the ball too long. He strip sacks him. I wish somebody could have landed on this ball, because it was another beautiful play by Julian. But right after that play, it's second and long. And everybody knows screen is coming, especially with a Cody Fajardo and that kind of team. And they run this screen pass, and there looked like there was nobody in the same vicinity. And Rankin took the ball 70 yards up the field for a touchdown, making the score. It was 7-3 after that. And I was just like, wow, we did such a great job stopping the run all day. But that was one of those plays where it's like, man, we wish we could have stopped that. But Rankin, he's one of the best in the league, and he continued to show that when he took it 70 yards on the screen pass. But no worries, because our offense got right back to it. Keandre ran a beautiful route, found the dead spot, and throwing into the wind, Bo still made a really good pass. Keandre climbed the ladder, made the catch, and on the 2nd and 8, putting them right into scoring range. And then it was Canadian crime. First, Keandre catch the beautiful ball, jump in the ladder, and then Brandon O'Leary Orange runs a beautiful bang route at the top where he comes inside a little bit, then he bangs back outside. Bo puts it right on him, and he walks right into the end zone. Oh! Now we feeling good. We got everything back in motion. It's 10-7. Everything's looking good. Edmonton looks like they're moving the ball. They're moving the ball pretty easy. And then Casey stops it all with a big sack. We needed this sack at this moment, because it looked like Edmonton was moving the ball, doing as they please. And then Casey comes in and makes the sack, and they have to kick the field goal, making it 10-10. And then they get the ball again, and then Oskee gets a sack. I'm just like, let's go. Osai's been playing really good football. Like, Oskee, he's been rushing the quarterback really good. But the thing that I'm really liking about Oskee, especially in this game against Edmonton, was his run defense. He was extremely involved in the run defense. He had a couple TFLs, and he was playing behind the line of scrimmage. He's really getting used to playing that 50-50 technique or crashing down. Oskee is coming along and he's getting better as the season progresses, and that's exactly what you want to see. And then after that, Tim White, woo, let's go, baby. Tim White made a beautiful catch, all hands, right in front of the safety. A lot of players are scared to make this catch because they know they're going to take a hit. Tim ignored the noise, caught the ball with his hands, and then was able to protect himself, get low so he did not get hit. Beautiful play by Tim White, and that set us up for another field goal, and the Ticats are now up 13-11. It's so good when you got a guy like Marc Liegghio that's going to guarantee you that he's going to hit the field goal no matter what going into the game. And then the Edmonton has the ball. They're moving the ball. They're doing good. First Leak gets the screen pass, makes a couple of guys miss, and then we got the penalty. These penalties, got to stop the penalties. But this one hurt us, and then they got a field goal out of this, and it was 14-13. And then, whoa, let's go to work, they said. Kenny catches the pass. Beautiful catch by Kenny. And then they give the ball to Greg Bell. Oh, man, this was the run of the night. Greg Bell has such amazing feet and awareness. Like when he cuts and everything, that thing looks so pretty when he's moving through the line of scrimmage and he has his eyes wide open, looking, making people miss. That was such a great run by Greg Bell on that one run. And then right after that, who else but Kenny Lawler running a beautiful route. This is the most, like, this route, I don't understand how people still get beat with this route by Kenny Lawler, but I love it because he still gets everybody with it, and he put the Hamilton Tiger Cats in the end zone, baby, to make it 20-14. And that looked like it was going to be the half, but then Edmonton was able to drive downfield and they made the score 20-17 right before the half. But it's all good because we came out during the second half. Didn't come out the way we wanted to. Bo Levi, first play, threw an interception. This was one of those plays where it was like, oh man, I haven't seen somebody cover Kenny this good in a long time. But Ross did a great job catching this pass. It was a back shoulder throw, it looked like, but Ross had beautiful position and he intercepted this pass. But no worries, because Bo Levi came right back out on the next drive and he found Tim White. And then he found Keandre. And then you know what after that, Marc Liegghio comes on the field and he's most accurate kicker in Hamilton Tiger Cat history. And he gets it right through, making the score 24-23. And now it's getting close, baby. I don't know what's going on. And now it's like, who is going to make a play? And this was good because now they get the ball to Tim White on a speed sweep. And I was like, wow, what a play. And then he gets another big catch. And then you know what happens right after that, baby? Field goal, Marc Liegghio. He's still knocking these field goals down and he's playing tremendous football. And I'm just like, Marc Liegghio is such a weapon for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Having somebody that you know can go out there in any kind of element and make sure that he puts points on the board, it's just a tremendous feeling. But we got to talk about this play right here, man. This going into the game, I was like, okay, the Hamilton Tiger Cats are really doing what they want, right? And I'm just like, how are the Edmonton going to get into this end zone? And it was because they were going to get bailed out. I want to look at this Jamal Peters play because this play was absolutely a beautiful hit. He even led with his shoulder, and number 86 from Edmonton, he was playing the number three receiver towards the boundary, and Jamal Peters was in cut coverage, meaning he's just reading to see if there's anything going to come to the flat immediate if his guy, and he's going to split the difference. And he did such a great job. Earlier in the game, 86 caught the ball right in front of him, and I know Jamal was like, oh, I'm going to smoke him the next time they did that. And that's exactly what he did. 3 to the flat, Jamal read it perfectly, and he smoked him. Oh, man. Cody Fajardo has to do a way better job than leading his receivers into that kind of danger zone because there's nothing else that Jamal Peters can do. He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play, and what a big play by Jamal Peters. And the ball didn't lie because Edmonton ended up dropping the touchdown, and they had to settle for a field goal, which was actually crazy. I'm like, these guys are settling for a field goal. You would think that they were in the playoffs or something. They were playing so timid. Even When they gave us the game-winning drive, it was 3rd and 3, and all they had to do was get 3 yards at the center point. Somebody has to teach this head coach about game time scenarios. First of all, it's like 3rd and 3. You're at the center point. If you don't get it, at least the Ticats get the points, whatever, and you got the opportunity to get the last possession. Instead, you punt the ball, and the Hamilton Ticats do what the Hamilton Ticats have been doing all season, and that's winning football games. So what happened was they got us on a 3rd and 3, and this is how you drop your you-know-what. Coach Milanovic, it was 3rd and 3. He didn't even blink. He went for it, hit Keandre, kept the drive going, and they kept driving all the way into the end zone until Marc Liegghio hits the game winner. And that's the ball game. And I'm just like, this is what you call good teams find ways to win, being our 9-win football team, Hamilton Ticats, and bad teams like Edmonton find ways to lose. Edmonton looked like they had no faith in their players. They didn't give them any opportunities to make plays and to win this football game. And Hamilton Ticats did exactly what they were supposed to do to a bad football team, and that's win the football game. And it was such an amazing game. Greg Bell continues to be dominant. He had well over 130 total yards. Bo Levi was efficient throwing the football. Tim White had 84 yards. Keandre had 89 yards. Kenny Lawler had a touchdown. The offensive line was blocking their butts off. It was a total dominant team win. The defense made their plays when they needed to make their plays. We got to see better tackling. We got to see the angles get better, and we got to understand game time situations. And there's still a couple of mix-ups in the short passing game, but that's all stuff that we can clean up. The thing I was proud about the boys was they were way better protecting the run, because we're going against a dangerous ranking. They were better. But the thing is that hurt them a lot was that 70-yard screen pass, because that makes everything look way different, because Rankin still had over 115 total yards, and you never want to see your running back get that kind of yards, because you see when we do that with Greg Bell, we're a dominant, efficient team, and we controlled time of possession all game. Like, we were balling. Big kudos to Scott Milanovic for believing in the boys and taking the chances when it was time to take the chances. And that's just the difference, because we know what the difference is. Our guys is tough, and those guys was scared. And that's just the way it was when coming into Hamilton. Hamilton Ticats were going to Winnipeg on Friday, play on Saturday. And my name's Simoni Lawrence, and I had to tell you what happened, baby. Let's go Ticats.
And now you know what happened with Simoni Lawrence.